Hey guys, back at it. This is days 268 and 269 in my 1 year daily diary challenge. This challenge was prompted after I completed my first 100 days, and those first 100 days were intuitively prompted through a meditation session. Yes, my intuition was prompting me multiple times, 3 times to be exact. So I started this and couldn't be happier with the progress that I've tracked and just the openness that I've created and just the understanding of who I am and my authenticity. And I thank you guys for being here, for supporting me by listening, by liking, sharing, commenting, all of the things, or none of the things really, because I'm just here for myself, doing the thing. And yep, here we go. So these days, it's a combo of a Thursday and Friday. It just kind of got the better of me, and I wasn't able to sit down and record. So for Thursday, normal school day, got the kids up. Daughter got ready and up first for school, and it is a theater day, so she will be hanging out at school a little bit later than normal. So she usually brings a little grab and go snacks and food with her. Got her off to school and ready, and then got myself home. And typically between the time of dropping my daughter and dropping my son, I will do either my recording or I'll do some workout stuff. So I'll get on my vibration plate and I'll do my grounding and acupressure. Or sometimes I'll get into doing some cleaning around the house. And so today I just got the dishes tackled, dishes out of the sink in the dishwasher, clean dishes from the dishwasher away. It's been a lot of trash this last week, so I've been just continuously trying to crunch the trash in the trash can and recycling. I think I've mentioned it before, but I have huge trash cans, and they're in the back of the townhouse that I'm staying at. I have to take them from the back around the side, which is like a very narrow dirt path. And sometimes I've almost like fallen with the trash cans down this very steep hill. So it's like a very narrow dirt path with a steep hill next to it. So I typically only take my trash out once a month, and then every other week is trash and recycling. So I have to, play it just right so that I can not overfill the cans before it's that, trash day that I take them out. But I was just crunching everything down to make sure that it fit, just because it's trash day will be next week, so I know that I could make it fit and work, but they're a little full right now. So got the dishes, got the trash taken care of, then got my son up and ready to go. He's been doing really well this week going to school, just because I've given him the opportunity to show me some responsibility, and that responsibility will show itself by, more time on his phone, more time with his friends, playing games and stuff. So it's been really lovely to have him just excited and ready to go to school without a fuss. So got him up and got him ready for school. Packed him some snacks in his bag. I always get the kids fresh water and snacks and put their computers in their bags in the morning. So got him up and to school. Then I came home and I got to some more things in the house. I was charging my vacuum, so I took the vacuum and vacuumed the whole upstairs, and then it needed to be charged again, so I put on the charger. And then I did my own personal yoga at home, so I did an hour of yoga. And I've been trying to do Tuesday, Thursdays yoga, Monday, Wednesday, Friday kettlebell. So after I did my yoga, I had some, I had some things that needed to go to the thrift store because I've been constantly just getting rid of purging things that need to go to the thrift store, things that need to sell. So just been like loading the car up with different things and taking that. I had to stop at the store and get some milk because we were out of milk. So it was just a little bit of errands in the afternoon after that yoga session. After the yoga session, I did take some time before my errands to do some meditation and sit with myself and just work through all of my mantras and my empowerment statements and my visualizations and just all of that. So, my daughter was staying at school a little bit extra because of her rehearsal, and my son came home from the bus, so I picked him up and we hung out for a little bit just because it was me and him. We talked about the weekend, and he has a birthday party, and so does my daughter, so we're going to see what we can get into for the weekend. And then he started playing his games, and I got him some food. My daughter needed to be picked up, so I went to go pick her up and then brought her back home and then got her some food. And we just hung out, finished watching the show that we had on our queue. But yeah, we wrapped it up. It wasn't anything too exciting that happened. It was just a normal day. And throughout the day, I was, texting and talking to my Florida crush guy. And it's funny because since, I think it's like this week, and I'll talk more about it for tomorrow's entry, but this week seems like it's been more exes popping up and just being like, hey, what's up? How are you? And then more people popping up on the dating app being like, liking my pictures and stuff like that. So it's been an influx of attention that direction. So I've just been like weeding it out and feeling how I feel about it all. So I have started to talk to some new people on the app. And I'm always like, doors open for a reason, and I need to explore that. And not like I'm not exclusive with anybody. I'm not overly investing myself in anybody. It is more of like I'm getting to know all these people. It's really me working on myself, working on my boundaries, working on what makes me feel comfortable and not comfortable. And then also being transparent with the people that I'm talking to be like, I am talking to other people. I just want you to know. And so just trying to be very transparent and open with everybody. But yeah, so Thursday was really just a chill day. Lots of stuff got accomplished, but then not too crazy. My grandmother was driving to her cousin's house, and I was just keeping up with her all day, making sure she, was doing all right on her drive. So then, we wrapped it up pretty normal time, 10:30, 11 o'clock. Got up the next morning, Friday, normal school day. Typically Fridays, both the kids go with me early, and my son and I have our date. So got my daughter up, got her backpack ready, got my son up, got his backpack ready, got myself ready in enough readiness that I can go to the store. And, packed everybody up in the car, dropped my daughter off to school first, and then took my son to Whole Foods to do our Whole Foods date. So we haven't been to Whole Foods in like a month or 2 months. Usually we went there like every Friday, all religiously. And we were just looking around. We got sparkling water for the weekend. We got some other drinks for the weekend. Got some snacks for him for school and some coffee for me. And then we wrapped it up and went to school to drop him off and packed up his bag with all his snacks. Talked about a few things before he headed out. And then we walked across and I said goodbye to him, give him a big hug, and he went in to school. Then I came home and did my kettlebell routine. So 5 minutes of kettlebell, 10 minutes of stretching, 5 minutes of kettlebell again, and then I usually hit the sauna. But I have been cycling on my period, and so I typically don't like to do that, the sauna, just because I typically get a lot lightheaded on my cycle week. And it's very, like this week, I think it's been a little more prevalent where I've been standing up, not super quickly, but standing up and then getting lightheaded and fuzzy. So then I just have to take a minute and, let everything settle. And yeah, I don't want to pass out. I don't want to fall down. It's happened before, so I'm very aware of it. So I've just been very cautious, not doing the sauna this week, and just feeling that energy of rebirth and rejuvenation and renewal, and just feeling that goddess energy, that I really do have a lot of power, and a lot of power of creation, and a lot of power of renewal, and just that power of the womb, just a different way to think of it. And so I've been focusing on that and doing my morning meditation. For anybody who's new, who hasn't heard any of my stuff, every morning before I grab my phone, before I get out of bed, it's usually 5 minutes at least of meditation and empowerment statements and visions for the day. I'm amazing. I'm so lucky. I'm the luckiest person I know. Every dollar or cent or money that I spend comes back to me tenfold. I am magnetic, I am attractive, like any kind of empowerment statements or mantras that I want to say, anything that I'm feeling pain or frustration, maybe, because typically I don't wake up with a lot of pain or frustration, but sometimes you carry things through. You have a really weird dream and you're not sure about it. So you release those things, or release any negative thoughts that I may have carried through with me. I pray blessings on my day. Every step I take will be protected, and whatever you are going to say to just build up your day and put it in a positive light. 5 minutes before you wake up and grab your phone, before you open your eyes, this is a great time to do those. And then I do them again at night when I shut my phone off, when I lay my head down, when I close my eyes. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Sometimes I fall asleep doing them, the same thing. Do your mantras, do your meditative statements, all the things that are going to set you up for a great night, to allow yourself to sleep well, to rest well, to be open to hearing anything your spirit guides are wanting to tell you through your dreams, through any auditory, visual, whatever. Because it's really the things that you're thinking and are on your mind when you go to sleep typically come up in different ways. They settle in with dreams, they settle in with feelings. Sometimes you wake up in a panic or a sweat, or you're having dreams of horrible things, and you're crying when you're waking up. Sometimes it's good because you're working through traumas, but I always try to set up, or not try, because I do. I always set up my morning and evening with these 5 minutes of meditation, just so that I'm always stepping in a positive direction in those very sensitive times when I'm first waking up and when I'm going to sleep. So yes, I already do a little bit of meditation, but then I was able to do some meditation during the day, after my kettlebell workout, and I do my acupressure and grounding mat, and I do my vibration plate therapy as well. And I've been doing this really low squat, kind of like a yoga squat, just to continue to have this mobility and flexibility. So my thing is not working out to work out or just to get fit or just to be attractive. My goal is to be strong, is to have vitality, is to continue to move through life with mobility. Just because I see my grandmother at 86 and she's still rocking it, but she has in the last year had some problems with muscles and falling and different things like that. So I am wanting to build myself up, muscular, bone structure, like all the things mobility wise, so I can continue even when I'm 86, even when I'm 96, even when I'm, over 100 with mobility and strength and vitality. So I'm starting to do that now. And the view is not the weight, the number on the scale. It is the feeling, do I feel good? Do I feel healthy? Do I feel strong? I'm definitely looking for muscle definition so I can see those. And I know that there's a number on the scale that I felt really, really healthy at. So while I'm aiming for a number, it doesn't really matter as much as, it used to, because sometimes muscle is bigger than fat and heavier, and I'm just looking for that strength, vitality, and all of that. So anyway, so I got through all of that stuff. And I had a lady come to buy something from Marketplace that I was listing. So I sold that and she came. While I was waiting for her, my ex asked me if I could go to his house and pick up something that was dropped off. He's away out of the country and just wanted to make sure it wasn't sitting in front of his door for days and days and days. So I went out and picked up that from his house, and then I spent a little bit of time outside because it's been beautiful, even though the pollen has just dropped and it's yellow everywhere. It is still beautiful outside. It's like in the 40s, 50s in the morning, and it's in the 60s and 70s in the afternoon, evening. It's just gorgeous, beautiful weather. I did talk to my sister on the phone and catch up with her. I did talk to my grandmother a little bit. I, talked to my Florida crush a little bit. I, continued to clean the house because the vacuum was charged up again. I took pictures and listed the dining room table because that is something that's going to go. But I've just been doing a lot of things on this Friday, kind of setting up and getting ready for the weekend. Continuing to go through, like planters and like anything I can find that I haven't gone through, I'm going through it and getting rid of stuff. So the kids came home from school and I picked them up at the bus stops, and then I got an Amazon order that I was waiting for. So I ordered a brand new swimsuit, and when I got it, it was very teeny, tiny enough that it reminded me of a pair of ankle socks that are folded together. And I literally crumpled this bathing suit up and held it in the palm of my hand with my hand closed. It was the whole thing was that small, not just one piece. So it's very teeny and it's very easy to travel with. So I haven't tried it on yet. I'm still feeling a little crampy and blah, but I will try it on and see how it goes. Even if it doesn't, I don't think it really matters. It's just a swimsuit. So I'll just roll with it. Anyway, we had a good time. We hung out. I made dinner. It was Friday, so we didn't stay up too late. My daughter was tired. She went to bed early, and I was tired, and I kind of said it was time for bed early, which early for us is 10, maybe 10:30. If it's not early, usually we're going to bed at 10:30, maybe 11 o'clock. So it's not a very compact range. But yeah, getting excited about next week, about going to Florida for the weekend. Also, after the weekend, this next week, I do have a money seminar that I signed up for that I'm going to be doing, and that'll be exciting. I am looking very much forward to that. It's going to be every night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday nights, for 2 hours each night. And I will just be listening, taking notes, trying to figure out from all of this information how to apply it and how to now take what I have and what I'm receiving and multiply it and magnify it and, do it that way. So this was something that was, again, intuitively followed through on. So I got this thing that came across my feed. I kept seeing it over and over and over. And I was like, hey, universe, hey, spirit guides, like, if I'm really supposed to do this, make it very obvious that I'm supposed to do this. Like, keep putting it in front of my face. So that kept happening. So I did the free seminar and I listened to it. And just the free seminar was really great. A lot of information. And my daughter was excited too. And then I was like, okay, I kept getting emails and seeing it. And I was just like, well, if I'm supposed to sign up for this 5-day course, make it really, really, in my face. And then I went even farther and I said, okay, if I am supposed to do this, make sure I can see a ladybug today. And I went through the day and I was looking, kind of trying to look but not look for the ladybug, and I didn't see it. And I was like, okay. So I kept seeing the social media stuff from this thing, and I was like, okay, universe and spirit guides, if I am supposed to do this today, I need to see a ladybug. And then as soon as I said it out of my mouth, I realized that I was going to my grandma's house, and she has a wreath on her door that is full of ladybugs. And so I laughed because I knew I would see it. And so I signed up for it, and I'm going to be doing this course, and I'm really excited. So whatever that means in my path ahead of me, how it's going to help me, I don't know yet, but we'll see. Just, like I said, 2 steps ahead, no more than that. I'm just following flow and doing what excites me the most. So thank you guys so much for being here, for listening in, for supporting me this way. I know we got 2 days together combo episode just because, sometimes I don't really get to sit down and record. We are getting closer to the end, so I am still sticking with consistency, and thank you guys so much for being here, for hanging out with me, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace.